Recorded.
This meeting is being recorded.
All righty. All right. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. I mean, we're halfway through, right? Hump day here. So hope everyone's doing well. First and foremost, so the past couple of weeks, I've been so busy trying to learn all this stuff, a little bit, I get the feeling I'm never going to get it. But then I go in office, I get on this group coaching, and then I'm pumped right back up. When I'm sitting here in my own fields, I'm like, oh my God, there's 20 programs I'm trying to learn. There's all this, I'm never going to do it. And then I see other people that were like, I was just there. This is what I had to go through, so it pumps me up. And this Friday in office, when we did the prospecting and the calls and everybody was there, I've told so many people, but that vibe just got it going. Like, I knew we had to do those things, but when I saw everybody doing it, so not just newbies like me, it was also people that already have been doing it. And they were there just as excited, to do it. And when I see people that have been doing it for years and already know what to do, and they're there doing it with us, like we're all the same and showing us how they do it and telling us what to do, it just got me pumped up. So I want to keep bringing that energy in. That's why I show up to these group coaching. I just got off the early risers with Melody. So it's like, I'm on it, so when I feel defeated, I try to remember these pieces right here, that everybody on this screen right now, the one, or can't be on the screen, they're there in some way to help each other. They're there to keep us going. So even when we're in our fields and we're feeling down, to remember we come right back here and everybody's right here to keep us going. So keep going.
I absolutely love that. I tell you what, there's probably 3 times a call that I get chills and way to kick it off. And when I said, she's like, hit us with what? That's what
What do you want me to hit you with here?
I don't know, smack me around or something. That right there is hit me, because here's the thing, you guys, and we talk about this all the time, and I think it's so powerful and so true. Martha, can you? All right, hey Martha and everyone, make sure to please mute yourself upon entry. Thank you. So totally lost my train of thought, but community, there's where I was. So the community is what's super powerful with fast real estate. And if you guys look around, there is now 79 people on a Wednesday morning that are coming here to hear and feel something from their team members, contribute at a high level, but most importantly, what's past this is action. And Rakitha said it on the call yesterday on our team meeting. She's like, that just keeps ringing over and over and over, is about taking action, right? We come together, we get inspired, we get motivated, but then we leave here and we take instant action in our business. So we have a couple guests in the room today. I'm going to turn it over to Melody. Melody, you have a guest on the line today. You'd like to introduce him or her. So Melody, let me quickly turn the mic over to you and have you introduce your guest.
Yes, thank you, Elias. Good morning, you guys. I am super pumped up. Number 1, because the sun is shining. Number 2, because I'm with all of you guys. And number 3, I got a manicure yesterday, so look.
Hi.
No, I'm just kidding. PK, come back home. We miss you, girl. I just wanted to say,
she is home. She's in the downstairs.
Oh, you are?
She's renovating her home.
Oh, okay. I thought she was still in Disneyland hanging out with Mickey. I'm like, damn, girl, come back home.
She's here.
Is Eric back? I feel like he's been in Mexico for like 2 months.
Eric's been back for 3 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, where are you at, girl? Wake up.
I'm in
Melody,
the office.
Try Earth this time of year, because the weather is nice right now.
No, but I love you guys. You guys are like one of my whys. Like, I absolutely love this team, and I wanted to introduce someone new to the team, Miss Denitza. Denitza, if you want to just take yourself off of mute really quick, introduce yourself to Team Fast. Let's give her some love, you guys. She is a brand new agent. She just got licensed in December, and I know you guys were all there at some point. So let's give her some Fast family love. And, she found me off IG, and she reached out to me, and she was like, listen, like, I want to be a part of this team. So just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll turn it back over to Elias.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Team Fast. My name
Hi.
is Mitsa, and I just, like Melody said, got licensed in December. And I've been looking for a brokerage to join. And I found Melody on Instagram. And immediately I was like, wow, this girl knows what she's doing. Like, she's amazing, so professional. And so I reached out to her, and I already feel so much good energy from everybody. And like the vibes are just amazing and something I would love to be a part of. So thank you for having me.
Well, we are so grateful that you're here, and the power of social media, right? And here's the thing: it says Amy, but your name's Denise.
I know. I don't know why it says Amy. My name is Denitsa.
Okay, you can change up, anyways.
Yeah.
So there's so much power in this community. Anybody that's been here can attest to that. Is that we believe in the collective wisdom of the group, right? We're as good as our team, right? But that's what we do. Champions play together, they focus together, they train together, and they support one another and hold each other accountable, right? If you're going to be out on this field playing with us, then hey, I want to help you elevate. And so that's what you'll find. So it doesn't just come from a leadership department. It comes from all your brothers and sisters in this village that are going to be here to support and help you. And so Melody, thanks for making the connection. Thanks for being here. And let's go ahead and get cracking on this beautiful Wednesday morning. We also have some other guests. Is there any other guests that are not on the team that are somewhere else in the country that have decided to join group coaching today? Just give me a reaction on the screen if you're just here as a guest and joining from somewhere else. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Ophelia, we haven't met officially. Good to see you. Good to meet you. So let's go ahead and get cracking. So you guys, I have, I saw Ashley Wood raise her hand, something like that. Okay, anyways. So I have some good news, you guys, and I think this is powerful. It's what happens inside of this group. I've been here since I was the 26th person at this company and this team. Team Fast has obviously grown into Fast Real Estate, what you guys know it today. Well, at one time it was 10 people in a 300 square foot office in Jack London that 3 days ago, we just moved all of our stuff out of because we no longer need that office. But think about that. It was January, then it was pandemic, then there was 10, then there was 26, and then, it grew and grew and grew. And because of this group, because of our exposure, because of the things that we are doing, it has allowed me to take this nationally, right? We're now going to be talking about our team nationally, taking this into other markets across the world. And I'm very excited about that because my vision from day one is to take Fast Real Estate all over the world. I want to see it in Greece. I want to see it in Hong Kong. I want to see it in all these other markets in Mexico. And so that's the big vision, you guys. And you know what? It started from just declaring it and then working our asses off to get there. And so you guys are a part of elevating this company. So I was talking to Nick Guzman the other day. He's like, I'm a global growth partner in this business, right? Or growth leader, right? And think how powerful that is. You guys have the ability to grow far past just helping people buy or sell real estate. And so I want to share some thoughts and share some dialogue with you guys. This is directly from EXP, and this is an article that was actually written, from Inman. So EXP's agent count skyrocketed 60% from last February. It went from 46,745 to just now over 75,000 worldwide agents. The company goal is 500,000 agents by the year 2026. If EXP is able to sustain its growth and reach 500,000 agents, it would make us 165% bigger than KW, also 40% larger than the current leader Realogy, which is at approximately 337,000 agents worldwide. When we think about this, how EXP is growing, EXP will do in 10 years what it took KW to do in 20 years, right? Think about that. Absolutely. It's crazy, Colette, right? It's crazy. EXP will do in 10 years what it took 20 years for KW to do. KW is an amazing company. I will never bash any other company. I just know how different we are because so much money goes back to the agents, back to the agents, back to the agents, right? And so I want to share that with you guys. I want you guys to start talking about this. I don't care if your Melody starting out just talking with people. Well, she's now at 35, 37 downlines in her organization, and that number is going to continue to grow, continue to grow, continue to grow. So this should be part of your conversations, part of your thoughts, and part of the things that you guys are looking forward to moving forward in your career, because there's huge opportunities for growth for you guys to build supplemental income. Kenny and I, we just put it on the calendar. We're going to be doing an agent attraction meeting in a couple weeks. It's a training. If you guys want to learn some of the nuances, how to talk about rev share, how to talk about the different nuances of the company, we want you there because I think there's going to be high value in that meeting. So let's come together. Let's learn. Let's break bread. Now, let's talk a little bit about what's happening locally. How many people are watching or reading the articles in the market updates channel on Slack? If you guys are not, it's okay. I want you guys to nerd out. I'm going to pull up a couple of slides today. I'm going to pull up a couple articles that I definitely want you guys to dive into because it's going to give you an advantage when you're having conversations. Melody's been doing conversations about working with sellers. We're gonna have some conversations about the market and how that correlates to when someone asks you, well, is this a good time to put my house on the market? What are some things that you should be looking for? And how can you communicate these high-level conversations with these sellers and how can you educate them? So, new Zillow analysis. Now there are 481 cities where the typical value is valued more than $1 million or more. There were only 285 Zillow's $1 million lists in 2019, and 44% of all those cities are located in California. You guys, you happen to be in one of the most amazing real estate markets in the entire country. We know that. We see that around us. So what I want to do is I want to have some open dialogue today. I want to ask some questions. I want to talk to you guys about what you're seeing in the market. What are the nuances? What are the patterns? What are the strategies that you guys are using to get your offers accepted? Because these are the conversations that people are going to want to have with you. If they meet Joseph, if they meet Jose, if they meet PK, if they meet Pamela, if they meet Denitza, they want to ask you, so, all right, so why is it a good time to buy a home? Or what's going on in the market right now? I've heard these horror stories. I'm going to wait for the crash. We've heard it all, you guys. That's why in group coaching, I want to have these conversations. And so let's go around the room. I want to have a couple conversations with you about the market, and I'm also going to pull up some things on Slack, but let's just get the gears rolling right now. Dana, hi, good to see you. Thanks for finally joining the team. Only took her 19 events to come to, and then she finally chose to join the team. So thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing us. So Dana, let's go over to you. I'm going to make this a little bit easier on you. It's first time speaking at group coaching. Dana, what market do you predominantly serve? Where do you sell most of your homes?
Solano County and like Sacramento.
Okay,
area.
cool. All right, cool. So let's do this. Let's just have an open dialogue. I'm a consumer. So hey, Dana, yeah, me and my wife, we've been looking for a home for a couple months, but we just keep getting beat out of El Sobrante, Pinole, and we're thinking about going to like the Fairfield area because maybe it's not going to be that competitive. What's your thoughts on that? What's your insight? What do you know about the market there? And is that a good plan?
So Solano County is still very competitive, and a lot of offers that are getting accepted are offers that are over the list price and releasing all contingencies are the ones that are getting accepted. And also the ones that are people who have extra money to cover the gap, just in case the appraisal doesn't come in what we thought it was going to come in. So that's pretty much the market is still competitive in Solano County.
So knowing that it's competitive, like, I don't know how comfortable we feel about, like, are we overpaying?
Yeah, I understand that. I get that. But that's just where we're at this time with the market. If you want to buy a house and you want it to get accepted, it's bidding over the list price. It's removing all contingencies and just hoping you get your offer accepted.
But then how will I know that we're actually going to like appreciate over time? Like, what? I don't know. It's so hard if we're paying like $80,000 over.
Nobody really knows. I mean, I wish I can tell you that I had a crystal ball to tell you what the market's going to be like. The market does shift all the time. I mean, that's just the way it's always been. So I guess kind of where I get stuck, Elias, is like,
no, listen, and this is why we have these dialogues, right? This is a powerful conversation because up until that point, you had absolutely nailed it. But if we just look at patterns over the last, let's say since pandemic, have people in almost every single city in the Bay Area have their homes appreciated in value? That answer is a 100% yes. In some cases, those values are up 10, 20, 15, 30% in some markets, right? And so Dana, I think that you're spot on there, but helping them see like Fairfield and Vacaville and Sassoon, Yessie, I'm going to mute you, were at one time outlying communities that nobody wanted to move to because it was the commute. Now people are working from home, but now people are open to going 50 miles, 40 miles, 60 miles because they want the opportunity. But what's happening is that's creating a huge influx of buyers, which is creating more demand, which is creating an increase in prices. So that is a reflection of what happens from San Francisco to all these outlining communities. So Dana, well said, well spoken. I love this. Danielle, I'm going to go over to you. Danielle, what market do you serve? And I'm just going to ask you a very basic Tom Ferry question, and I want you to qualify this question and then determine which way we're going to go with this response. So Danielle, go ahead and take yourself off of mute. Let me ask you the first question. What market do you serve? Danielle, you there?
Me, Danielle, or is there another Danielle on the call?
No, Danielle Martinez. Oh, I'm sorry, Danielle Martinez.
Okay.
What market do you serve?
What market so far? Not any market. I mean, I don't know how to answer that yet.
Awesome.
Okay.
Where do you live?
I live in Half Moon Bay.
You live, okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, cool. So, Danielle, hi. My wife and I have owned a house in Half Moon Bay for the last 11 years. And we're starting to see all this chatter and all this information about, homes selling well over list price in our area. And, so we're just curious, do you think it's a good time for us to sell our home? And if so, why?
Well, I think it's a good time to sell your home first and foremost when you and your family have made the decision. And there's many reasons why. Maybe whatever your reason is, and we can get into that. We
want to move to Arizona.
Okay, you want to move to Arizona. Well, I think right now is a great time to sell your home. I know a lot of people think the market is, they get wrong information, that they think it's stagnant, that they're not going to get somebody to buy their home because they think, I've been hearing, I just read on the news this morning, people are asking if it's going to crash. In no way is the market going to crash. It's going to keep going. So I would say if you're going to sell your home right now, would be a perfect time. Even though it's before summer, I think it'd be nice to get it on the market now and see what we get out there before the influx comes. You'd have select buyers and they're ready to get your home.
Let me ask you a question. Since you live in Half Moon Bay and this is off script, how many active homes that are 3-bedroom, 2-bath that are average 1,500 square feet in your market are active on the market right now?
Right now, honestly, you're asking. Yeah. Probably like 4.
Okay, so don't let that be a probably, know that, because if you're out in your community, you're at the coffee shop, you're at, oh, hi, Tom, how are you? Oh my God, yeah, I'm in real estate. How are you? Start to have that conversation. Is it a good time? Oh my God, Tom, there's only, we need your house on the market right now. There's only 4 homes that are 3-bedroom, 2-bath that are 1,500 square feet. And those houses that have sold in the last 90 days, they sold in less than 14 days. And most of them went for 10 to 17% over. Tom, it is an amazing time to sell. When can I come over to have a conversation with you and Sally? That's it. That's it. So it's like, especially, I don't expect you guys to be experts everywhere, but if you live somewhere and you want to know, like Oakland Hills, Berkeley, Antioch, East Contra Costa County, Walnut Creek, right? Know some specifics about your market, because then you can have some really, really good dialogue. Here's what's great about you, Danielle, is that you have a way of putting people at ease, that people want to talk to you. You know why? Because you are an emotionally driven human being, right? However, you're going to talk to the Kennys of the world. And when I say the Kennys of the world, Kenny operates from where? He operates from here. You and I operate from here. So it's a different type of dialogue. So when you have that conversation, you know your facts, you know your statistics, you also know the heart, the emotion, and all of that combined. It makes you even more well prepared to handle any type of scenario that you run into and book for an appointment. So Danielle, love the way you make people feel when you communicate. I'm going to go over to Delmar. Delmar, I'm going to ask you a similar question. So Delmar, let's qualify this. You choose the city. I don't care. Make it up.
Okay.
So Delmar,
San Leandro.
You're in San Leandro. Ooh, I love that. And I recently had some success on 3 homes in San Leandro in the last year. So let me ask you a question. Delmar, we live in Assumption Parish, and we just wanted to ask you, how's the market?
The market is great for sellers right now. It's an amazing market for selling your house. There are not very many houses for sale at all. There are about 2 or 3 houses in Assumption Parish right now, and every one of those houses is selling for over $1 million. So it's about, and well, the asking price is over $1 million for those properties right now. And it will sell for 20% of asking price for sure.
Okay. So I'm a buyer. How's the market in San Leandro?
It's extremely hot. It's a very strong market. If you can get into San Leandro, it's a great idea. It's a great idea to buy a house in San Leandro. They have appreciated about 20% in the last 2 years because of the pandemic as well. It has helped with the appreciation of the homes. And the trend that we see is that it will continue going up. So it is a great investment to buy a property in San Leandro.
But Delmar, how? Like, I'm looking every single day. We're on Zillow. Like, I don't see shit hitting the market. So it's like, how, man? How do we find a house? Like, can you help us? What strategies do you have?
Absolutely. I mean, there are some. So I belong to a great team. In our team, we have over 300 agents, right? So any of these agents have tons of listings that happen all the time. And also they will let me know if there are some off markets coming at any point in the process of you purchasing your home. So it's not just what you see on Zillow or Redfin or any of the web realtor or the websites that you got to check on properties. I have a network of 300 people who will let me know as soon as something comes off on market, and it doesn't even have to be on the market, right? So I can reach out to any of these people at any point. They will reach out to me as well as soon as they find out that I'm looking for a property in San Leandro, and I will absolutely help you find a property for what you need.
Man, spoken like a true professional. Here's the thing. He's demonstrating that he's going to create inventory if inventory does not exist in your respective markets, right? You guys can do mailing campaigns. You can do knocking campaigns. There's people that have been in their homes in San Leandro since 1979 and they haven't done anything. You open the door, it's got the shag carpet. They still got the console TV. There's grandma and grandpa's house. They might not know that their home is worth X amount in this crazy, crazy market. They might be able to move to San Diego, be closer to the grandbabies. Here comes Delmar letting them know, that there is, you have a qualified buyer that is looking for a home in this community, this beautiful community that you've lived in since 1979. You know, if I was able to get you an offer, not have a bunch of people in your home, not have to go on the market, not have to clean up and stage, but make it a very seamless transaction for you to, net X amount, would you consider having that conversation? So I love it. And I love that you are finding the inventory. So good stuff. Great conversation. Let's go to a couple other people. Let's go to Mel. Mel's gears are rolling already. She's been on, role play this morning. So Melody, we are thinking about moving into Walnut Creek. We are currently in Fremont. We want to go in the Walnut Acres School District because we know it's rated between a 9 and a 10, and we know that's why people move to that area. And so, what can you tell us about that local market, and what can we expect, and why should we even try to think about working with you?
Yeah, so one of the things that we always like to educate our buyers on is the process that our team takes buyers and sellers through. And so one of the reasons why people like to work with us is because of the broad reach our team has. We have over 300 agents on our team, and we're able to give you a lot of different opportunities out there that most agents in the area cannot. And some of those opportunities are coming soon listings, off-market opportunities, a lot of different, insider information that, because we're such a large team in the area and all across the Bay, I have a lot of different ponds that I can dip into for information like that for you. And what makes me different than any other agent out there, Elias, just so you know, is I'm on the phone for 3 hours a day, and I am calling all the top agents in the area. I'm making about 30 to 50 calls every single day, and I'm asking people what coming soon listings they have, what do they have that's off-market opportunities, and what listings do they have that I could possibly show you. And so we can go through more budget and timeline questions during your initial buyer's consultation, which we will do for you, totally complimentary. But I think that your best bet is to find out what your budget is and what location that you would like to be in. And so I'm just going to go through a series of asking you a lot of questions to make sure that I could give you the most information and show you houses that you actually want to see.
Beautiful, beautiful. Here's the thing, you guys, and well said through and through. You are going to make a choice when you're working with a client. Am I going to lead this client throughout the process, lead them and teach them, or am I going to be led? Right? Will you show me this? Will you write the software? You do this? No, we're here to educate and lead people throughout the process, right? We're also here to keep it real with people and say, you know what? Your strategy isn't the best strategy based on the data. Let me share with you what I believe to be the better strategy in this scenario and how we're going to win. So Mel, I love what you said. Ernesto, you had your hand up, bro. Let's go over to you.
On the heels of your comment about we're here to lead and not to be led, I'm going to be really honest with everybody. I feel like I need to improve my ability to convert and to set expectations. So in the last week, I've reached out to multiple top producers on this team, which that alone is a huge value add that I don't think we discuss enough. So if you're a newer agent on this team, the ability to reach out to somebody on Slack or Instagram that's on your team, I've never had anybody say no. So having conversations with other top producers, people like Vivian, people like Julie, people like Peter, people like Eric Throm in San Francisco, and specifically asking how they set expectations was super duper helpful. Like, I know that my buyer's consult, it feels a little informational, and I've been meaning to update it, and I just haven't gotten around to it. And so seeing the way that Julie does her buyer's consult, like it sets expectations very clearly. This is not a contingency market. So if you're afraid to waive contingencies, this is not the market for you. Like, just wait or just don't ever do it. She gives scenarios. Hey, put yourself in the seller's perspective. There's 3 offers on the table. This is what they are. Offer A, B, and C. They have different price points and they have different levels of contingencies, from keeping all 3 contingencies to not having any at all. Which one would you take if you were the seller? And that, I think, sets really good expectations. I mean, if other people are waiving contingencies and they're not doing a cash offer, well, they're doing something with their loan, or they're working with a certain lender, or they have a certain degree of desire that you just don't have. And so just that, sorry, somebody messaged me. That value that I've gotten from the team in the last week is super duper helpful. So maybe that resonates with other people that feel like, well, my buyers are scared. How do I get them to be less scared? There's just not enough houses for everybody. How bad do you actually want it?
I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Because think about a time in your life where, as scary as the road ahead might have been, if it was demonstrated and articulated to you from the start, it made it to seem a little bit more easy to take, right? You're going into surgery. Hey, this is what's going to happen next. You're going to go in, or you're going into a CAT scan, the big old thing. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking if you have, press this button. But like, think about scenarios in your life where people laid out clear expectations. Like, you know what? Ernesto told me this early on. It's not a surprise, right? Like, lay it all out and keep it real with them. And Dana mentioned contingencies as well. Like, that's our job. Like, educate. When I say educate, you have to educate them with everything that's going on in our current market, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, and what to expect the road ahead, right? Here's what's next. Here's what's next. Go ahead, Ernesto.
Yeah, one more thing. After having those conversations with those agents, I had to check in with all my lenders and, people that I said to. So look, I need to compete in this market. Unless you can explain to my buyers clearly what what we can do in terms of waiving loan contingencies or not, you can proactively set expectations about we work with an appraisal gap if it happens. Like, that's what I need from my lending partner. Like, you're on my team and I need you to help me close deals. And some people, like, just, they're not going to cut it anymore. So we have to pivot as well in our business and who we partner with to help us, close deals. I would love to work with every lender that I know, because some of them are great guys, but their products suck in this market. So, and Julia's comment touches my heart. Julia, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, we're going to turn it over to you in a second, then we'll come over to you, Mel. But here's the conversation you guys need to have with your lenders, and they need to tell you this information. In order for you to remove a loan contingency, it's important that you guys understand what the client's debt to income ratio is. If that number falls under 40%, then you could feel comfortable as an agent removing that contingency, but only if that number is low, because you don't want to get to the point where it's 45, 46, 47, 48, potentially getting closer to 50. So I love that conversation, Ernesto. Julia, shout out to you. I love this. Let's hear from you. Seems like you've had some wins, so let's talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, this is just all a testament of group coaching, and like literally, you guys, success and like the KPIs that you want to reach is right on the other side of the shit that you don't want to do. So like I saw a list, it's right here, of a bunch of people that I didn't want to call, and I was like, oh, this person came in, they were kind of copping an attitude with me, like I don't know if I should call them or reach out. They were really standoffish. Ernesto was like, call everyone. So I was like, okay. And then I used your script, which was, hey, just want to check in. I wanted to call and see if you had any feedback on the house so I can tell my sellers. And so they gave me a list of criteria, and I'm like, well, hey, I noticed that you came in without your agent. Where were they yesterday? How can I help you? There's obviously a gap. And so anyways, group coaching, it's amazing. I stand by it, keep showing up. I'm just so grateful to be on this team. And then I got two listing appointments and 5 buyer leads. And I have like 3 buyers consults next week for them. So another thing is like, I just quit my 9 to 5. I was a mortgage loan originator at Better. And I wasn't progressing because a lot of my time was spent towards that. And so it's like, why would I call nonstop for someone else's company when I can call nonstop for my own business? And now it's starting to build traction. So it's scary, but I have the support that I need to get me where I need to go.
It happened like twice right now, Julia, like it's emotional for me because this is why I coach. Like, this is why I do what I do, right? Like, I just want to see you guys fucking win at a big level. If I am fucking repetitive, if I talk about action, if I talk about just doing the hard things, it's because I just want to see you guys fucking win. Like, I just want to see it. Like, it means the world to me. You're not only coming here, you're leaning on Ernesto, you're doing the action, and look what's happening to you. Congrats. Like, this is just the start. And I'm just so proud of you and so happy for you, and good stuff. Melody, you had your hand up. Let's hear from you.
I'm going to get that tatted on me. Your KPIs are on the other side of shit that you don't want to do.
Right?
Right? Like that was a dope quote. You should coin that phrase and make a quote out of it, Julia.
Hold on. So Judith, are you there?
Yeah,
Judith.
I'm here.
All right, so I want that to be the quote of the week on our Coach's Corner for our newsletter. I don't want it to come from me this week. Let it be from Julia. So let's make sure to write that out, and that will be part of our quote for our Coach's Corner. Good stuff. Back to you, Mel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judith.
First of all, yeah, super proud of you, Julia. Like, you're doing all the right things. Like, yes, call everyone. Fuck them if they have an attitude. It doesn't matter. Call them anyways. Be their best friend. Take them out for coffee. Get on their good side. Like, people give Elias attitude all day, but he's still like, okay, cool. Like, when we're going to go get your next listing? Like, he doesn't care. He supports you anyways, no matter what. And Ernesto, I just have to say, like, dude, I love you. You're such an asset to this team. You've helped me out before when I've needed you. I'm happy that other people are able to step up and help you out when you need it. And like, if you guys don't know Ernesto, he's like this calm, cool, collected guy that's like just super, like, you know, like just so friendly, so kind. He's got a servant's heart. He's like so sweet. And so I absolutely love everything that you said, Ernesto, and like mad respect for you. One thing that I have to say before I gotta go, because I have a buyer's consultation at 9:15, but I just had to say this listening to Ernesto and Julia speak. You guys, 9 years in real estate, and every single day I wake up and I'm challenged by something new that I didn't expect in this business. Like, you have to have a beginner's mindset. And you always have to be adapting and learning and consistently evolving who you are as a person in order to make it in this business, because this is not an easy industry. It's not an easy business to be in. And so that's one of the things I love about being in real estate, is it's constantly challenging you every single day to be better, learn more, fuel yourself with more information. And so I absolutely love that, Ernesto. Like, you're a seasoned agent, but you're reaching out to other top producers to learn from them and learn their process. Like, we should all be doing a little bit more of that every single day. I don't care if you've been doing this for 30 years. Like, there's always something more to be learned in this business, no matter what, because things are always shifting. So that just like gave me the chills, and I just had to say something. So thank you guys for like just sparking all of these new ideas and like all this passion in all of us. I really like have so much love for everyone here.
I love it. You guys, you know, at the end of the day, we're surrounded by people, no matter what level of the game they're at, that are willing to take your calls and talk to you. There's a lot of brokerages out there. It's just like, oh, I'm a top producer. Don't talk to me until you sell 10 homes. Like, it's kind of that like that vibe in a lot of offices. And I've experienced that too. I'm just like, I remember I was like 19 and I was working for a tech company, and I didn't know what the word at that time monetary meant. And I asked like the top producer, I was like, well, what does that mean? And he laughed. And in front of everybody, I'm like, why are you laughing at me? Like, I didn't know, but like we're in an environment now where it's like everyone wants to give, everyone wants to share. And so I absolutely love that. And I really love this type of dialogue, you guys, because I get to hear from you. What I promise you, if you spend enough time with me in group coaching, in one-on-one coaching, coming to events, I promise you this. I promise you that I will help you improve your communication skills. That's my promise to you guys, right? Why? Because someone helped me improve my communication skills. So this is me paying it forward to everybody. So I want to go to one other person. Ophelia, we haven't met officially, Ophelia Vargas. I'm going to go over to you. Ophelia, how long have you been in the game?
19 years.
19 years. All right, cool. What market do you typically serve? Where have you done most of your sales?
Solano County.
Solano County. Okay, cool. So Ophelia, what is going on in Solano County? Why have you seen such an influx in prices? Like, what is going on? If you could just have a high level view. I'm an uneducated consumer. Like put me on game. Like, what is going on in Solano County and why?
Well, at Solano County is still, or particular Fairfield, Sassoon, Vacaville is still a very decent area decent priced area. But since the pandemic, we've seen many come from Silicon Valley, San Francisco, with the ability that they can work from home. So they realize I can get more property, more house for my bucks. So they're moving out this way because they don't have to commute anymore. Although we're still a commuter city, we're located centrally. You can go to 680 at any time. You can go to Napa at any time. You can go to Sacramento, San Francisco, Cordelia. You're just so centrally located. So when people come this way, they realize it's a beautiful area. There's still a lot of house available for your bank or for your money. And so that has driven the prices up. And although it's going up, it's still projected to go up 6%, 10% in the next coming years. So it would be a great time to invest now into a property. And I love what there's a loan officer of mine that always says it: purchase property and then wait. So don't wait to buy, purchase property now and wait. And so there's still many properties to be available.
Like powerful, Ophelia, powerful. And you could tell that you have said this over and over and over again. But here's the thing you guys got to think about. When you're designing your presentation, when you're having this dialogue, when you're having these thoughts and open conversations with your consumers, this is a culmination of all the things that you've learned. I think about where I'm at in my career at 42 years old, and I could think back like, damn, that was Don. Damn, that was Andrea McKinley. Damn, that was Derek Kanoa. Damn, that was Kenny. Damn, that was Christine Kim. Like, I've culminated all these things and I've learned them. So I have like a database, right? And so same for you guys. When you're on these calls, like, damn, Delmar, I've been in the game for 16 years, but I like that because I don't serve that market. Now I know some things. Or dang, Dana, I didn't know that. I love how you breached the conversation about, contingencies. Or, hey, Denitza, you're brand new, but I like that excitement of how you explain these things. You guys, this is your opportunity to build your database and your third-party stories. So when you're having communication with your clients, you're instantly in your mind should be going like this. through the files, like, oh, there it is. This is the conversation I need to have with this particular client. That's how my mind works, right? It's stored with all these different files, and I'm picking and choosing based on the conversation. So Ophelia, really, really well said. I want to show something to you guys before we come to the tail end of coaching. So you guys, there's a couple cool articles that were just added in the, what is this? Sorry, the market updates channel, excuse me. So you guys will see this here. I highly recommend that you guys know these stats, know these figures, and look at the year-over-year comparison and the difference between the sales price and the original list price. Look at this data, know this data, understand this data, and become a fucking nerd with the data. Also, what is the correlation in interest rates, right? If you look here at this simple exercise, at $1 million, if my interest rate was 3.5, like how does that change my monthly, and what can I potentially afford if interest rates go up on a monthly? This information is here for you guys to read, to go over. You have the weather report we put in here, what's happening locally, what's happening nationally, what's driving, prices in San Francisco and beyond. You guys, I want you to spend a little bit of time each week, whether it's an hour, whether it's 30 minutes a day, to become an expert on what is happening, because I promise you, you'll bring this to your conversations with consumers. You'll bring this to the listing table. You'll be able to have high-level conversations that are far past interest rates and demand. That is fucking surface level. Any agent can say that. But do you understand what is driving our market? Do you understand the economy at a high level? Do you understand the economy at scale across the United States of America? And if you don't, it's cool. Learn this stuff. Become a student of the game, and I promise you, it will elevate the way that you communicate with consumers and beyond. So we're going to go full circle. I want to hear a couple of your guys' takeaways, but I want to tell you something. And by no means is what I'm about to tell you intended to impress you, but what it's intended to do is to impress upon you what is possible. And I'm going to get emotional, and I'm going to just try to collect myself here. So by a show of hands, how many people have ever gone to a seminar anywhere in the world? And give me a reaction down below so I can see it on the screen. Just give me a reaction with the reaction button, please. How many people have ever attended a seminar? All right, cool. How many people, and go ahead and you guys can lower your hands now. How many people have ever attended a seminar? And this isn't being cocky, you guys, this is knowing and being self-aware. How many people have ever attended a seminar and said, I could do that. I could be on the stage and I could do that. How many people have ever, Maria, I see you shaking your head. I could see you up on that big stage. Ophelia, I see you, Jim. Good stuff. I've been to hundreds and hundreds of seminars. I was a public speaker before for a large corporation. And so I've always wanted to. So anytime I get an opportunity to speak, I'm like, yeah, I don't care if it's, our team of small mastermind, a podcast, like I'm always excited to do that because I feel like I have something to contribute, right? I feel like I got good energy. I got some great history. I come from the streets. I got some shit I want to share with the world. Well, I don't know if you guys know who Brent Gove is. Brent Gove is one of the key players in all of the entire EXP ecosystem. He is a multi-millionaire far and beyond. He's the one that put on the event that we had in Dallas, and he had Tony Robbins as the keynote speaker, right? Out of all the fucking people in the world that has a keynote speaker, he got Tony Robbins to speak at the event. Well, we're in the office yesterday and Kenny's like, hey, somebody wants to talk to you. And he passes the phone over. He's like, and I look and it's Brent Gove. And Brent Gove is like, what's up, man? I'm like, hey, dude, how are you? He's like, I'm good. He said, I'd like to ask if you would speak in Cabo San Lucas in front of 1,500 people in the week of the 6th to the 11th. And I'm like, dude, I'd be fucking honored, man. And so I'm going to go and talk about our journey and talk about fast real estate, talk about, our success in this business in just 2 years. For me to get that call, you guys, it's life-changing because it means that now we are taking you guys and this company to an even larger scale to talk about you guys. And I couldn't be more excited and more grateful for this opportunity. You guys, anything is possible. We started out 2 years ago and there was 10 of us. There was fucking 81 people on this call on a Wednesday morning. There was 10 of us to start this company, and now we're at close to 300 agents. So you guys, anything is possible. My mentor used to tell me, dream, be the one that you dream to be in this world and in your life and your business. Manifest that shit. Say it, you guys, and listen, I'm not young. I'm 42 years old, but I still got a lot of fight in me. I still got a lot to give and offer to the world. And this is going to be my largest speaking engagement, and I'm 42 years old. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. It all comes full circle as long as you guys continue to believe. So I want to share that with you. This is not about impressing anyone. It's just, I want to impress upon you what is possible, and particularly what is possible in our environment here at Fast Real Estate, here at EXP. So I want to go full circle. I want to come back to you, non-Amy. Denitza, I want to go over to you. I want to hear what some of your key takeaways were from today's session together.
I mean, I love how you're saying anything is possible, because I'm such a true believer in that. And I believe, like, if you work hard and you put your mind to it, literally anything is possible. And so I just love how you keep repeating that. And that's just the energy that everybody has. I learned so much already just from the what you were asking about the market, what market you do. And it's like, this is my first day. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in a month, in 2 months, you know? So
Yeah.
just think I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
so grateful that I found you guys, that I'm here. So thank you.
Well, we're grateful that you found us. Really, truly are. Dana, I want to go back over to you full circle. I don't think this is your first group coaching. It's the first time you spoke at group coaching, but Dana, you're a seasoned veteran in this industry. So let me ask you key takeaways from today's time together.
Key takeaway, well, one is exactly what she just said, is anything is possible. That's something that I have to work on. That, you know, and coming on the team was part of my, how do I say this, was part of me being able to have a better mental attitude. I love the positivity, because like you said, I've been to a lot of the events before I joined, and every single person on the team that I've met is phenomenal and helpful and wonderful. And I love the energy. And I just really think that the knowledge and the energy and the camaraderie between everybody is really going to help me with my business.
Well, you know, Dana, we got you. This is community, this is village. And I think that we just play a little bit differently. Like when we're out on the field, when you're champions and you just play like champions, right? That's who we are. And so I appreciate you being here, Dana. Let's go full circle. Let's go 2 more people. I'm going to go over to Dan, and then we're going to end with Maria Dominguez. So Dan Sundberg, for you, takeaways from today's session.
I think the big thing is continuous learning. So, and especially in regards to like market updates and staying on touch with this. So like I had an experience a couple of months ago where like I was really on top of the market, really on top of what was going on, and then fell off it and stopped updating myself. And then had a conversation with a client where I was telling him one thing about the market, and he was like, well, actually I was looking and saw, you know, it was specifically in November, December, it slowed down in Sacramento. And I was telling him like, yeah, you know, like the market's been kind of easing up a little bit, fortunately. And then when it came down to us actually going out, everything was getting multiple offers again. And from what he was looking at, I eased off of continually educating myself for just a couple of weeks, and it had shifted. So that, like, it never stops, and just ongoing, needing to stay updated constantly. It's not like you can learn it once and then you're done.
I love it. I love it. And once again, you guys, the database of all the things that I've learned, Derek Kanoa and Giselle Wager, they told me early in my career, Kanai, the constant and never ending improvement. And that's what this game is, right? It's Kanai. And it's, you know, it's something I learned a long time ago. So good stuff, Dan. Let's go full circle. Maria, let's go to you. Let's hear your key takeaways and have you take us off the field on this beautiful Wednesday morning.
Perfect. Well, you know, for me, I'm always learning. I mean, I've been in the business now for over 10 years. And so coming to these group coaching sessions just keeps me top of mind with all the data. So for me, it's always just one little nugget. So the nugget today actually came from the open houses. So, you know, just following up, just calling, even, you know, just calling. I think that's the big thing. Because, you know, as we have seen, you know, leads come out of it if we just follow up, and stay in the game, right?
Yeah.
Closing us out today. Hey, it is hump day. Woo! Let's get it going. We have 2 more days to go for this week. Let's end it strong. You guys already have people in front of you. You have your social media. interact with people on social media. I mean, I'm having a conversation with a guy who's talking about, oh, the market's dying and crashing. I'm like, dude, where are you getting your data? So anyway, stay involved, stay top of mind, even if it's, interacting on social media. Stay there.
I love it. I love it. Happy anniversary to you, 1 year
Thank
anniversary.
you.
Ricky, you can go to the market updates channel on Slack and then go to bayeast.org and go to the market updates and archives, and you can see any of the weather reports and the monthly report that's done by the Bay East Association of Realtors. So
Elias, can I add something? I'm sorry. I don't have a raise your hand on my laptop. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Just for those that are in the Sacramento area, or for agents that are doing business in the Sacramento area, I recommend you follow Ryan Lundquist. He has a blog called Sacramento, I think it's called Sacramento Appraiser, and I'll put it in the chat. Amazing data on the Sacramento market, and he produces vlogs all day, every day. Follow him. If you're in the association, go to when he speaks. Great data.
Love it. So
I went to the Slack and I saw it's mostly just the Bay Area. I live in Modesto, so I was just wondering, like, where can I get like Modesto Valley Marketplace? Because I follow the Bay Area.
Yeah, no, good question, Ricky. So go to your local association of realtors. I think it's Metro List, and contact them and see where are their archives for upcoming data with statistics, with archive data. They have a resource. So if you just contact Metro List, they will guide you exactly where to go and how to get that information. Key takeaways from Julia: leverage your team, be obsessed with lead gen, and learn your market. Appreciate you guys. Love you more than you guys know. I thank you for being here, for sharing your time, your energy with you. Keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. And I will see you guys on Friday. Peace.